So, in World War II, the British and US Air Forces decided the best way to stop Nazi Germany was to just bomb all their cities into oblivion. Now, moralistic issues aside, there was also a big practical issue for this strategy, namely that by 1943 the Germans had figured out some clever ways to counter this strategy by setting up fighter plane bases and entire fields of anti-aircraft artillery along the bombers' flight paths. And these defences were arranged into an overlapping network of defence that was coordinated by powerful radar arrays that could detect the size, speed, altitude, and direction of the Anglo-American bomber formations. And the loss rate for these bombers started to skyrocket. But the British came up with a clever plan to disorganise and break up the German defences. And they called it chaff. And the way chaff works is before the bomber formations lined up for their bombing runs, a single bomber would fly ahead of the formation, open its bomb bay doors, and drop tons of aluminium foil strips instead of bombs. And as the foil fluttered about in the wind and spread across the sky, the German radar would go absolutely ballistic and the entire scope would light up with like a million targets. And the actual bomber formation could hide in the middle of this madness and fly right through to the target while the German defences were in utter chaos. Now, the reason I am telling you this story today is because this principle doesn't just work for aerial warfare, it also works for information warfare. So the next time you see some news article talking about youth crime or trans athletes or the male loneliness epidemic or DEI or illegal immigration or international students and remember that this is all chaff, and the bombers are heading for their target. They want us fighting an endless, pointless, divisive culture war, so that our collective radar can't focus on the class war. Anyway, something to think about.